Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
New York Times Business. October 11. 7:06 America New York. Nobel in Economics goes to David Card, Joshua Angrist and Guido Imbens. The three were honored for research on unintended experiments, such as the impact of a minimum wage increase across state lines.
Daily FX Market News. October 11. 7:05 America New York. Australian dollar forecast. AUD, USD breaks technical barrier, upside for AUD, CHF. Mood music improves for Aussie. Eyes on O jobs and US CPI.
Forex Live. October 11. 7:03 America New York. EU proposals due this week to try to solve N.Ireland protocol issues. EU proposals risk for the GBP this week is if PM Johnson plays hardball with EU and no compromise decisions are reached over the N.Ireland protocol.
Wall Street Journal Markets. October 11. 7:03 America New York. IAC is a better home and garden for these magazines. The internet and media holding company's purchase of Meredith could change the face of some favorite magazines for the better. BBC News Business. October 11. 7 o'clock America New York. Nobel Economics Prize awarded for real-life studies. David Card, Joshua D. Angrist and Guido W. Imbens share the prestigious Economics Prize. Wall Street Journal Markets. October 11. 7 o'clock America New York. KKR co-CEOs Henry Kravis, George Roberts step down. Joe Bay and Scott Nuttall take over as co-CEOs of the private equity firm, but Messrs. Kravis and Roberts will continue to serve as co-executive chairman.
Global Economy. October 11. 7 o'clock America New York. Weaponized supply chains. U.S. Trade Representative Katherine Tai has put yet another stake in neoliberal conventional wisdom.
Forex Live. October 11. 6:51 America New York. Trading 101. The commodity currencies. Commodities are natural resources. The AUD, NZD and AMP. CAD are collectively known as the commodity currencies. Why? Because they are heavily influenced by their export of various commodities.
Wall Street Journal Markets. October 11. 6:47 America New York. Marathon Digital, Occidental, Southwest, Merck. What to watch when the stock market opens today. Bond markets are closed for a federal holiday, but the stock market is open for business.
Global Economy. October 11. 6:35 America New York. A corporate tax fudge that keeps the trade show on the road. Last week's deal at the OECD is far from perfect but forestalls a nasty trade war.
Forex Live. October 11. 6:30 America New York. Some China Evergrande offshore bondholders have not received interest payments. Constant risk. Keep in mind that the Evergrande crisis could spark risk-off trading at any moment. Be aware of short the JPY.
The Library of Economics and Liberty. October 11. 6:30 America New York. The continuum between liberalism and anarchism. In a private comment on my regulation review of Asimoglu and Robinson's The Narrow Corridor, George Mason University professor Dan Klein challenges the continuity I see between classical liberalism and anarchism. The Library of Economics and Liberty. October 11. 6:30 America New York. Sam Quinones on meth, fentanyl, and the least of us. Author and journalist Sam Quinones talks about his book, The Least of Us, with EconTalk host Russ Roberts. Quinones focuses on the devastation caused by methamphetamine and fentanyl, the latest evolution of innovation in the supply of mind-altering drugs in the United States. Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. October 11. 6:25 America New York. Nobel Economics Prize awarded to U.S.-based trio. The Economics Prize was awarded to David Card, Joshua D. Angrist and Guido W. Imbens for their contributions to labor economics and causal relationships.
Marginal Revolution. October 11. 6:12 America New York. The first Nobel Prize for Marginal Revolution University. Joshua Angrist mostly teaches at MIT, but he also teaches a course on mastering econometrics at Marginal Revolution University, so this is our first Nobel Prize. Here he is on instrumental variables.
New York Times Business. October 11. 6:06 America New York. David Card, Joshua Angrist and Guido Imbens win Nobel in Economics 2021. The three were honored for research that drew conclusions from unintended experiments. A Nobel Prize medal in 2020.
Forex Live. October 11th. 6:06 America, New York. ECB's not. Investors need to be aware of risks of structurally higher inflation. ECB's not as a hawk, but still seeing inflation as transitory. The RBNZ, BO and Fed are less in the transitory camp than the EU.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. October 11th. 6 o'clock America, New York. Merck asks FDA to authorize promising COVID-19 pill. The filing comes shortly after data from a late-stage study showed that the antiviral drug, molnupiravir, cut the risk of hospitalization or death by about 50% in high-risk people with mild to moderate COVID-19.
Wall Street Journal Markets. October 11th. 5:45 America, New York. The latest slump in car sales has winners and losers. As the third quarter results season approaches, BMW is weathering the microchip storm better than GM, and car dealers seem to be coping better than component suppliers.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. October 11th. 5:30 America, New York. Tariff relief plan falls short, businesses say. U.S. companies lacking cost-effective alternatives to Chinese imports complain that the new trade policy isn't as helpful as they had expected.
Wall Street Journal Markets. October 11th. 5:30 America, New York. Oil jumps above $80, turbocharged by supply shortages. The extended climb in oil prices is leaving some other industrial commodities behind, a divergence that reflects bets that energy supply shortages will offset any slowdown in the global economy.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. October 11th. 5:30 America, New York. Elon Musk versus Charlie Ergen. Battle of the billionaires over spectrum. The two moguls want rules to favor their visions for high-speed broadband service. Is there space enough for the two of them?
Wall Street Journal Markets. October 11th. 5:30 America, New York. Millennials team up to fulfill the dream of homeownership. Burdened by debt and facing soaring home prices, first-time homebuyers are pooling their finances with partners, friends or roommates.
Daily FX Market News. October 11th. 5:30 America, New York. Crude oil continues to rise as industries consider switching over from expensive gas. Increasing gas prices are causing oil switchover, which is keeping crude prices supported.